Hello students, have a cheerful day ahead. Now today we are going to learn the notes of the second poem which is there in your textbook, Granny's Tree Climbing. So let us start studying. Children, before commencing the class, let us begin with the Gayatri Mantra. Please chant along with me. Om Bhur Swaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Meaning, we meditate upon that most adored Supreme Lord, the Creator, whose divine light illumines all physical, mental, and spiritual being. May this divine light illumine our intellect as well. Om. Now students, we are going to learn the word meaning. In a trice, it means very quickly. Undaunted, it means firmly and enthusiastically. Chore, it means job or task. In state, it means in grand style. Sherry, it is a kind of wine. Now let us move on for one word and a phrase answer. On the basis of your understanding the poem, answer the following questions in one word or one phrase. At what age did Granny learn climbing trees? At the age of 6. Who taught her the art of climbing trees? Her elder brother or the big brother? How old was she when she last climbed up the tree? She was 62 years old. In which season did she get trapped in the tree? It was the summer season. For how long was she advised to take rest after being rescued? For 1 week. Who made a treetop house for her? It's her son. What things does the narrator carry to his granny's treetop house daily? It is sherry with some glasses. So let us move on to the next question now. Now students, we will move on to read the extracts given below and answer the following questions. Poor Granny, for her it was like a brief season in hell, confined to a bedroom while every breeze whispered of summer and dancing leaves. Why did the narrator and his family sigh in relief? Granny used to climb trees, which was taken as a disgraceful act by the family. One day, when the poet and his family were not in the town, she climbed up a tree but couldn't come down. She was suffering from fever. The doctor checked her temperature and suggested her bed rest for a week. When the doctor advised her to take rest for a week, the family took a sigh of relief. That's how she would not try to climb the trees again for some days. So the learning tools are family out of town, Granny climbed, got stuck, doctor checked, rest for a week, and poet sighed in relief. So, and she would not try to climb the trees anymore. Now let us move on to the second question of the extract. Why was Granny confined to bed? Why did she find it a brief season in hell? On doctor's advice, Granny was confined to bed. Granny felt miserable as she lay in the bed. She loved to look at the dancing leaves. She had to spend many days confined in bed and could not climb up the trees. The summer season in such a condition became a hell for her. So now the learning tools are doctor's advice, Granny felt miserable, confined to bed, summer season was a hell for her. So let's move on to the next question. Now the next question is, how did she finally get rid of the season in hell? Granny could not leave. Now the next question Now children, we are moving to the third question of the same extract which we are continuing. What did this outcome lead to? When she came down the tree, the doctor advised her to take a week's rest. Grandma felt miserable as she lay in the bed. She loved to look at the dancing leaves. For her, it was a brief season in hell. So the learning tools are FM, that is, she felt miserable, dancing leaves, a brief season in hell. Now let us come to the last question, that is, what is the rhyme scheme of the poem to this particular extract? When I am asking about an extract also, I can look at the extracts and write. Now the rhyme scheme of this poem is A, B, B. Now let us move on to the second part of the question, that is discussion with your partner. The poet says that every breeze whispered of summer and dancing leaves. Discuss with your partner how breeze can whisper and leaves can dance. Which figure of speech has been used here? The above lines are taken from the poem Granny's Tree Climbing, written by Ruskin Bond. The poet is sharing his granny's plight when she was advised rest for a week by the doctor and she couldn't climb up the tree. Granny was confined to her bed. She felt as if the breeze is whispering of the arrival of the summer season and the leaves are dancing in the summer breeze and inviting her to come and climb up the tree. The poet has used personification as a figure of speech here to bring out the human touch in the above line. In this poem, humanly actions are provided to a non-living thing to emphasize the poem, to make it more decorative and beautiful. So, the learning tools are Granny's plight, couldn't climb tree, breeze whispered, leaves dancing, summer breeze inviting her, and personification as the figure of speech. So, now let us move on to the next slide. Now, let us move on to the life skill questions. Why do you think Granny liked living in a treetop house more than living in an ordinary house? What problem could she have faced while living there? Why wasn't she discouraged by those problems? The poet's grandmother is quite different from the other grandmothers. She loves adventure. She does not like to pass her time in telling stories to her grandchildren or praying to God. She has her own passion of climbing up trees. She has developed her close relation with the nature and doesn't want to be deprived of it. Problems like no kitchen, no toilet, no electricity, mosquito mess and other insect, non-availability of basic facility could be faced by her. It might not be easy for her to climb up and down every day. It is her love for the nature that she seeks fervor of life in treetop house. So, let us understand the learning tools. She is a different kind of granny. She loves adventure, passion and climbing trees. She wants to live in close communication or relation with nature. Problems are there, no kitchen, no basic amenity, but she likes to stay on the treetop to seek the fervor. Students, you are going to do your self-study. Those are value-based questions and writing sections. Now, value-based question is, grandparents are always very dear to grandchildren. What all do you do to spend quality time with your grandparents? Now, let us move on to the writing scale which you are going to write. Imagine yourself to be granny. Write a diary entry expressing your ardent wish to climb trees and your family's disapproval of it. So you need to write the diary entry, day, date, time, and after that you have to start writing dear diary, and you will continue as you are writing on behalf of grandmother. So I hope you will be able to write it and have a good time, fun time, and enjoy learning, and also take care of yourself. Bye children.